Settle into this quiet moment as a soft hush drapes itself across your senses, and let your breath fall into a slow, unhurried rhythm. Out beyond the edges of daylight, where silence moves like a gentle tide, the universe cradles 1,000 drifting clouds of stardust. Each one glows with the memory of ancient light. Each one carries the faint hum of beginnings. And tonight, we drift toward them with unhurried calm, letting their quiet shapes fill the mind with something tender, something soothing, something meant to lull you deeper into rest. The night around you softens, stretching wide and open, and the first traces of color begin to shimmer in the distance. Nebulae rise like watercolor dreams in the dark. Their forms drift in slow, patient sweeps, as though the cosmos itself is drawing soft brushstrokes across the void. You may feel the day grow lighter inside you, like dust settling in a peaceful room. The vastness ahead invites you closer, but never urges. It simply waits, a calm presence in the quiet dark. If this slow journey brought a touch of serenity to your night, you're welcome to like, subscribe, and share. A soft thought can guide another wandering soul toward this quiet light. Let your mind settle into a gentle drift now, as if floating on a warm breeze. You are entering a space where time loosens, where shapes move slowly, and where thoughts soften along the edges. As we drift deeper, the soft glow of a nebula unfolds like a lantern rising through calm waters, its colors spreading in tender waves that shimmer with tranquil light. A nebula is a living cradle of starlight, a wide and delicate cloud made of dust and gas. Its form stretches across the night like a slow-moving dream, soft curves fading into darker folds. These drifting clouds glow not with fire, but with captured starlight, illuminated gently by the heat of young suns nested inside. Every nebula holds a story in its quiet motion, a record of cosmic breaths that shaped it over millions of years. The softness you see is the softness of creation, a gentle balance between pressure and possibility. And so the mind leans closer, finding comfort in the way these clouds drift without hurry. Some nebulae are places where stars are born, their gas gathering in slow, patient spirals. Gravity tugs gently on the dust until it folds inward, warming at the center. This delicate collapse gives rise to a new star, glowing faintly at first, then brightening over ages. It is a quiet process, a cosmic inhale. The cloud around it thins as the young star claims its place, shining softly in the stillness. It is a reminder that beginnings often happen slowly, wrapped in quiet. Other nebulae are endings. When a star grows old and lets go of its outer layers, those layers spill into space like a sigh, forming shells of faintly glowing mist. These nebulae drift like memory, the last breath of something ancient and bright. Their soft, expanding curves echo the peaceful release that comes with the end of a long journey. The space around them holds a gentle hush, as if honoring the star that once warmed its corner of the cosmos. Some nebulae glow with warm colors, tinted rose and amber by hydrogen. Others shimmer with cool blues sculpted by oxygen, and some remain dusky and dark, stretching like shadows across the stars. These dark nebulae block the light behind them, creating soft silhouettes that drift across the Milky Way. They are not empty, but quietly waiting, holding the ingredients for stars not yet born. In their stillness lies a patient promise, a whisper that creation never truly stops. The Orion Nebula is one of the nearest stellar nurseries to Earth, a glowing cloud visible even to the naked eye on clear winter nights. Inside it, young stars flicker like tiny candles behind a veil of dust. Their soft ultraviolet light illuminates the surrounding gas, creating a glowing cavern that feels both vast and intimate. Astronomers who have looked deep into this region find clusters of newborn suns, still wrapped in the warm folds of their birth clouds. The Orion Nebula is a reminder that even in the quiet night above us, creation is unfolding in constant, gentle waves. As we drift further, the Eagle Nebula rises like a canyon carved from light. Its pillars of creation stand tall and shadowed, vast columns of gas stretching into space. Yet despite their size, they cling to the softness of nebula light, glowing along the edges, dissolving into dusky folds. Inside these towering shapes, stars are forming in small, glowing pockets. The pillars, shaped by stellar winds, seem almost sculpted by a patient hand. Their calm presence fills the mind with the sense of something steady, ancient, unfazed by time. In the Trifid Nebula, the soft pink glow of hydrogen mingles with the gentle blue of scattered starlight. Dust lanes trace dark lines across its face, dividing the cloud like a peaceful mosaic. The colors blend as though painted with a slow brush, forming a calm, drifting tapestry in the silence of space. This nebula feels like a dream caught in the moment before waking, soft and delicate, suspended in the quiet. The Lagoon Nebula stretches wider still, a serene expanse of warm color and drifting forms. Its soft waves of gas flow outward like a cosmic tide. At the center of this cloud, a cluster of young stars glows brightly, stirring the gas around them into gentle currents. These movements are slow, almost imperceptible, like a whisper of wind moving across tall grass. The nebula breathes in silence, its glow spreading through space like a lullaby made of light. Some nebulae are born from violent beginnings, yet they fade into gentle beauty over time. When a massive star ends its life in a supernova, it explodes into space with an immense burst of energy. But afterward, the remnants drift outward in soft, expanding shells, glowing with the rich colors of their elemental makeup. The Crab Nebula, born from a supernova witnessed nearly 1,000 years ago, now spreads across the night like a luminous cloud. It is both the memory of an ending and the seed of new beginnings, glowing with patient calm. The Helix Nebula, often called the Eye of God, expands like a vast, serene iris in the darkness. Its soft circular layers drift outward, forming delicate rings that glow in shades of blue and gold. At the center rests a tiny white dwarf, the quiet remnant of a once bright star. Around it, the expanding cloud carries the trace of its last gentle breath. The nebula feels like a calm gaze in the night, wide and peaceful, watching over the quiet spaces between stars. The Rosette Nebula spreads like a cosmic blossom, its petals glowing with warm hues. At its heart, a cluster of young stars burns softly, illuminating the cloud from within. The symmetric shape forms naturally, sculpted by the gentle interplay of stellar winds and drifting dust. This nebula feels like a garden in the night sky, blooming slowly and endlessly under the quiet gaze of the universe. A nebula's colors are not merely decoration. They are messages, soft, luminous signatures of the gases within. Hydrogen glows red. Oxygen releases tender blue. Sulfur adds golden tones. Together, they create the soothing palettes that flow across astronomical images. These colors whisper the chemistry of stars, revealed in the softest possible form, and in those whispers, the mind finds stillness. Some nebulae shimmer with faint reflections of nearby starlight. They do not glow on their own, but catch tiny rays from passing stars and scatter them gently in cool blue hues. Reflection nebulae appear like soft mist drifting across starlit fields, their edges fading into darkness. They are quiet companions to bright regions, moving with the soft patience of clouds floating across a night landscape. As we drift deeper into these celestial spaces, the quiet folds of the universe feel almost like a lullaby. Nebulae move so slowly that their shapes appear frozen, but over millions of years, they shift like drifting smoke. Stars carve tunnels, winds sculpt arches, and gravity pulls everything into gentle motion. This slow evolution is like breathing on a cosmic scale, an inhale as gas gathers inward, an exhale as starlight pushes it outward again. Nebulae are reminders that creation is not a sudden spark, but a patient unfolding. They show us that light can be soft, that endings can become beginnings, that vastness can still feel intimate. Their glow reaches us across unimaginable distances, carrying the warmth of stars that may no longer exist. And yet the light arrives as though freshly lit, a quiet lantern placed gently into our night. Let your mind drift now, as the colors around you deepen into softer shades. The starlight glows through the gentle haze of distant nebulae, forming smooth gradients that calm the senses. You may feel your breath slow, matching the unhurried rhythm of these cosmic clouds. Their silence fills the space around you, creating a cocoon of calm in the night. As you float deeper into this quiet expanse, nebulae stretch across your vision like pages of a book written in color and dust. The story they tell is older than stars, older than galaxies, yet it unfolds softly, one shimmering chapter at a time. Each cloud holds secrets whispered in light, carried across the vastness to find you here in this moment of peace. Tonight, you drift through the heart of cosmic calm, carried gently by clouds that have wandered through space for millions of years. Their slow, steady presence reminds you that the universe moves in graceful rhythms, unhurried and patient. And as you follow their quiet path, your thoughts loosen like dust, settling in a warm beam of light. Breathe gently. Rest in the glow. The journey continues. As we continue drifting through this quiet cosmic sea, the light around you softens into deeper shades of violet and blue. The nebulae nearby stretch into new shapes, their folds shifting gently like fabric stirred by a distant breeze. You may notice how the stars behind them appear dimmer or brighter, depending on the cloud's thickness, creating pockets of shimmering softness. Each glowing region seems to breathe, expanding and contracting in slow rhythms, as though the universe were humming a lullaby through light. In this calm expanse, the Veil Nebula rises like the delicate curve of a broken wave. It was born from a massive explosion long ago, yet what remains now is beauty carved from release, a thin, gauzy filament stretching across space in gentle arcs. These filaments glow with soft turquoise light as oxygen atoms shimmer when touched by nearby starlight. The entire structure feels like a cosmic sigh frozen in time. Even its most intricate threads ripple with calm, reminding us that what begins in fire can settle into peace. If you drift a little farther, the North America Nebula begins to take shape. Its vast outlines resemble the faint silhouette of a familiar coastline, lit from behind by the soft glow of a hidden cluster. The nebula spreads through the sky like a watercolor painting, with soft red regions blossoming along its edges and cooler shadows drifting through its folds. Astronomers look at this cloud and see geography written in starlight, but drifting through it, you might simply feel its quiet warmth washing over you like a gentle tide. Its curves create shelter for new stars, wrapping them in the comforting embrace of dust and gas. The Pelican Nebula nearby stretches its gentle wings across the night, long arcs of light glowing with steady calm. It is another nursery, a place where stars rest within soft cocoons of gas. The warm glow inside hints at new suns forming, their early light filtering through in tender rays. Dark lanes of dust trace feather-like patterns through the cloud's shape, shaping the silhouette with subtle grace. Looking upon this nebula is like watching a dream take form, its soft edges drifting slowly into clarity. Some nebulae whisper of change through their shifting outlines. Stellar winds from newly born stars push outward in delicate waves, sculpting the surrounding gas into arches, cavities, and ripples. Over millions of years, these waves carve patterns that resemble soft dunes, swirling tendrils, or vast curtains gently drawn back. The motions are too slow to witness directly, but the shapes they leave behind carry the memory of movement. This slow dance of starlight and dust creates forms that soothe the eye, offering quiet landscapes suspended in time. The Cat's Paw Nebula blooms with warm coral-like structures, each shaped by the gentle push of radiation from young stars. These glowing regions curve like petals, arranged in broad clusters that resemble the imprint of a soft paw. The entire nebula radiates comfort, like the presence of a calm companion in the quiet night. Its warm pink light fades gradually into deeper shadows, creating a soothing gradient that feels like dusk settling across a tranquil shore. Then there is the Carina Nebula, a vast and shimmering realm where great clouds rise like mountain ranges sculpted from light. It glows with intense, warm colors, yet even its brightest regions maintain a dreamy softness. Dark, jagged shapes cut through the glowing mist, rising like silhouettes of cliffs beneath a twilight sky. Within these shadows lie dense pockets of dust where stars form in quiet seclusion. The Carina Nebula reveals the gentler side of grandeur, showing that even immense structures can carry a peaceful presence when viewed through calm eyes. If you drift deeper into its folds, you may sense the lingering memory of great stars that once lived there. Their winds carved wide caverns, leaving behind gentle waves in the surrounding gas. New stars are taking their place now, their light scattering softly through the mist, illuminating the remnants of those that came before. The entire region feels like a cycle of breath, old energy settling, new energy rising, woven together in an endless rhythm. Beyond Carina, the Ghost Nebula hovers like a faint figure wrapped in soft veils. Its pale glow forms a shape that seems to drift silently across the darkness, almost human in outline. Yet its expression is not eerie but peaceful, like a quiet sentinel watching over the void. The starlight shining through its folds casts a gentle transparency over its shape, making it appear fragile and light. Dust swirls in calm eddies within its interior, creating soft gradients that soothe the mind like a slow-moving cloud at dusk. Farther out, the California Nebula extends like a long ribbon glowing faintly red. Its shape resembles a coastline washed by gentle currents, while subtle variations in its light create the sense of soft waves moving across its surface. The nebula stretches across the night sky with quiet patience, its warm colors offering a kind of distant comfort. It feels like a calm horizon you might drift toward as your thoughts settle into stillness. Between these grand vistas lie smaller nebulae, tiny pockets of gas illuminated by faint stars. They may not stretch across the sky, but their delicate forms carry a quiet charm. Some appear like tiny lanterns, softly glowing against the deeper dark. Others resemble wisps of smoke rising from a hidden ember, fading gently as they drift away. In their subtlety lies a special kind of calm, inviting you to lean closer, to breathe softer, to let your thoughts settle like dust in a sunbeam. Reflection nebulae return again and again as we drift, tender clouds that shine with cool blue light scattered from nearby stars. Their surfaces shimmer like moonlight on quiet water. They hold no heat of their own. They glow simply because they catch the starlight that falls upon them. This effortless beauty carries a gentle reminder. Sometimes the softest radiance comes from reflecting what you receive. Their calm glow spreads in wide, delicate arcs, forming halos and soft shapes that feel like the universe whispering in light. Dark nebulae offer a different kind of beauty. Their silhouettes stretch across star fields like gentle brushstrokes of shadow. They obscure the stars behind them, creating soft patterns of contrast, calm islands of quiet in the brilliant sky. Some form tendrils that curl like drifting smoke. Others appear as broad clouds with soft, curved edges. These nebulae feel like rest itself, like pauses carved into the vastness. They are the universe's gentle exhale, giving space for the mind to breathe. The Coalsack Nebula is one such shadow, a large, soft patch of darkness near the Southern Cross. From Earth, it appears as a peaceful void, a calm interruption in the starry sky. Yet within it lies a cradle of new stars forming in deep, hidden chambers. Though we cannot see them with the naked eye, the quiet promise of future starlight rests inside, waiting in the dark. The Coalsack is a reminder that stillness can hold beginnings, that quiet is not empty but full of potential. The Horsehead Nebula, one of the most iconic dark clouds, rises like a gentle silhouette shaped by drifting dust. Its form resembles the head of a small horse poised against a warm red background. The curve of its neck and the soft rise of its head feel almost sculpted by hand, though in truth they were formed by slow cosmic winds. The nebula stands calmly in the vast glow of the Orion region, a serene figure carved in shadow. Its presence invites you to linger, to breathe deeply, to feel its quiet shape settle over you like a soft blanket. Drifting onward, we enter regions where star clusters gather, tiny groups of newborn suns nestled inside glowing clouds. Their warm light fills the surrounding gas, turning it into gentle mist illuminated from within. The gas swirls softly around these stars, forming halos and arcs that cradle them like protective nests. These clusters may seem small against the backdrop of larger nebulae, but inside each one lies a future world, a potential system of planets circling slowly around their young sun. One such region is the Prawn Nebula, a wide and softly shimmering cloud in the southern sky. Its warm glow ripples outward in layers, each one slightly dimmer than the last. The nebula contains clusters of hot, young stars whose light spreads through the surrounding mist like a quiet fire. The result is a soft, glowing field of color, rich but gentle, a landscape that feels warm even across immense distances. The Flame Nebula flickers near the bright star Alnitak, glowing softly in shades of gold and amber. Dark lanes of dust cut through the nebula's bright core, creating patterns that resemble flames waving in a gentle breeze. Yet despite its fiery appearance, the nebula emits no heat you could feel, only calm illumination. Its light whispers rather than burns, offering comfort instead of heat. As you continue to drift, the clouds grow richer and fuller, painting the cosmic scenery with deeper hues. The Soul and Heart nebulae appear in tandem, glowing in wide, gentle shapes that resemble the forms they're named for. The Heart Nebula expands in sweeping curves, its soft red glow curling like petals around a central cluster of young stars. The Soul Nebula rests beside it, shaped by similar forces, its warm mist drifting outward like a long, peaceful exhale. Together, they form a tender pair, two luminous forms glowing side by side in the quiet night. Farther along, the sadder region rises with intricate layers, shaped like rippling cloth suspended in stillness. Stars sparkle through the folds, their light diffused by the surrounding mist. The colors blend into each other in smooth gradients, creating the impression of floating through a soft, glowing tapestry. Every curve and swirl feels deliberate, as though the universe had arranged them to calm the wandering mind. The Rho Ophiuchi cloud complex glows with rare colors, deep blues, warm golds, and hints of lavender. Its hues blend into a tranquil palette rarely seen elsewhere. The dust reflects light from nearby stars, creating soft patches of shimmering blue. Meanwhile, warm regions of gas glow in muted reds and golds. The result is a scene that feels like a dream painted at midnight, full of soft contrasts and gentle transitions. It is a region that feels deeply peaceful, a place where every color seems chosen for quiet comfort. Nebulae often contain shockwaves, thin ridges where stellar winds collide with drifting gas. In images, these ridges appear as bright edges with delicate curves. They form naturally, shaped by slow-moving interactions that take thousands of years. Yet the shapes they leave behind feel graceful, like elegant folds in cosmic fabric. When viewed from afar, these ridges create soothing sequences of light and shadow, drawing the eye in gentle arcs across the nebula surface. Nearby, the Spaghetti Nebula stretches like a loose web of filaments scattered across a wide area of sky. Its long, thin tendrils glow faintly in soft red, giving the entire region an airy, delicate appearance. Though it spans enormous distances, its faint glow makes it appear subtle and serene. Its tangled threads drift like strands of silk in a gentle breeze, forming patterns that relax the eye. As we journey deeper, it becomes clear that nebulae carry the quiet history of the stars. Every color, every curve, every wisp tells the story of starlight filtered through time. Some regions glow more intensely, shaped by energetic stars. Others remain cool and dim, places where gas gathers silently in anticipation. These contrasts create a universe filled with tranquil diversity, regions of soft brilliance and quiet shadow woven together in a grand, peaceful expanse. Let your breath soften now, matching the calm rhythm of these drifting clouds. The shapes around you blend into softer forms, their boundaries fading as though stroked by gentle hands. Stars twinkle behind thin veils of dust, creating tiny points of calm light scattered through the mist. You may feel your thoughts drifting too, loosening their edges, becoming softer with each moment. As the nebulae shift quietly around you, the universe seems to wrap you in its calm, filling the space between your thoughts with stillness. The colors fade into deeper tones now, like evening settling over a peaceful landscape. The clouds stretch farther, revealing new vistas beyond, new regions of soft light waiting just ahead. Rest a moment here in the quiet glow. The journey continues. The quiet folds of the universe deepen as we drift onward, the nebulae around you dissolving into new shapes, new colors, and new whispers of ancient starlight. Each breath you take seems to harmonize with the soft glow ahead, as if the cosmos were gently slowing its rhythm to match your own. A sense of quiet belonging settles over you, warm and steady, like a calm hand resting against your back as you move through this endless night. Nebulae stretch in every direction now, each one painted with the slow, patient strokes of cosmic time. Some appear thin and delicate, like strands of silk drifting through soft currents. Others unfold in vast sheets, spreading like gentle curtains pulled across a silent stage. The space between them holds the faint shimmer of distant stars, their light filtered through dust into subtle, calming tones. Everything here moves at a pace that invites rest, opening slowly like a flower beneath warm moonlight. The Bubble Nebula floats into view next, a perfectly curved sphere glowing with warm amber light. It was formed by the quiet but persistent wind from a young, massive star at its center. Over thousands of years, that wind pushed outward, shaping a hollow bubble in the surrounding gas. Even now, the bubble continues to grow, softly, steadily, its rim glowing as starlight illuminates its thin walls. The entire structure feels like a cosmic lantern drifting through darkness, lit from within by a single peaceful flame. The Crescent Nebula follows with delicate arcs that shimmer like moonlight on water. Its shape was sculpted by a star shedding its outer layers in slow, graceful waves. These layers now drift outward, forming curved shells that glow in muted shades of blue and gold. Looking upon it, you might imagine a quiet tide flowing beneath a silver sky, the water so calm it barely ripples. The nebula carries that same serene presence, offering a gentle reminder that even great change can unfold in softness. As you continue drifting, the Cone Nebula rises like a sculpted pillar, its form tall and tapering. Dark dust shapes its silhouette, while glowing gas surrounds its base in warm, tranquil hues. Though grand in size, the nebula radiates stillness. Its shape stands unmoving amid the slow drift of cosmic clouds, like a quiet mountain carved from dusk. Inside its dark core, stars are forming quietly, wrapped in layers of dust that shield their young glow. The patience of these hidden beginnings fills the space around you with a sense of calm possibility. Nearby, the Fox 4 Nebula swirls in soft, rippling textures. Its waves of gas and dust twist gently, like fur brushed by a tender breeze. The red glow comes from nearby stellar radiation, warming the gas into a soft, luminous haze. Its intricate patterns form naturally, shaped by delicate variations in density and light. When you look closely, the nebula appears alive with gentle currents, drifting, shifting, breathing in slow cycles of illumination. In its presence, the mind feels soothed, as though resting against something warm and familiar. The Jellyfish Nebula unfolds next, its trailing filaments drifting outward like soft tendrils. Though born from a violent supernova, time has softened its remnants into delicate arcs of glowing gas. The tendrils appear almost translucent, as if illuminated from within by quiet embers. The nebula's rounded structure glows softly, fading at the edges into the surrounding dark. Floating near it feels like drifting alongside a slow-moving creature in a silent sea, its motion calm and unhurried under the gentle pressure of cosmic tides. Further along, the Pacman Nebula reveals a warm glow shaped by dark dust lanes that carve a familiar silhouette. Bright regions near its center pulse gently with the light of young stars forming in clusters. These stars radiate soft ultraviolet light, illuminating the surrounding gas in subtle gradients. Despite its playful shape, the nebula carries a serene atmosphere, its curves smooth, its edges blurred, its colors blending into a peaceful tapestry. Drifting through this region feels like resting in a quiet alcove carved from warm starlight. The Iris Nebula appears next, a tender bloom of blue light encircling a central star. The dust around it reflects the star's glow, creating a ring of gentle illumination. The surrounding gas glows faintly in soft, cool tones, giving the nebula a delicate, floral quality. Within these folds, grains of interstellar dust swirl in subtle patterns, shaping the diffuse glow into soft petals. The nebula feels like a cosmic flower opening slowly in darkness, blossoming for no reason but existence itself. The Running Man Nebula glows nearby, a soft blue reflection nebula intertwined with dark dust shapes that resemble a human figure mid-motion. Yet the shape is not sharp. It is blurred, dreamlike, as though captured in a moment of gentle movement. Behind it lies the glow of ionized gas, casting a warm backdrop that softens the figure further. The entire region feels serene, as if caught between sleep and waking, where forms drift in and out of clarity. The California Nebula returns in sight again, this time from a new angle that reveals deeper shades of red and soft undulating curves. The gentle illumination from nearby stars scatters through its length, making parts of the cloud appear to breathe with color. Star formation continues quietly in its folds, hidden from sight but present through faint shifts in light. Even as the nebula spans vast distances, it retains an intimate softness, a sense of peaceful expanse that relaxes the mind. If you drift upward through the cosmic haze, the Thor's Helmet Nebula glows with graceful arcs that resemble a curved helm. Though named for a symbol of mythic power, the nebula itself radiates calm. Its soft blue glow comes from ionized gas, illuminated by a single bright star at its center. Gentle filaments extend outward like the folds of a quiet waterfall, cascading in slow motion. The space around it feels hushed, as though the nebula itself holds a gentle reverence for the star that shaped it. Moving deeper into the quiet, the Soul Nebula's warm textures appear again, glowing like candlelight within soft chambers of dust. Dark tendrils weave through its interior, creating intricate patterns that shift slowly over ages. The star clusters within cast gentle radiance outward, illuminating the surrounding gas. It feels like walking through a softly lit sanctuary where every curve holds warmth and every shadow deepens the calm. Further ahead, the Helix Nebula returns in your path, its circular form now revealing new layers of delicate structure. The outer rings glow faintly with cool tones, while the inner layers shine in warm, golden hues. The central white dwarf remains still and quiet, illuminating the expanding shell of gas like a soft lantern. Floating inside this nebula feels like drifting through a vast, glowing eye, the universe watching gently over the quiet of its own unfolding. The Tobacco Nebula offers a different kind of quiet. It is a dark cloud threaded with soft, reddish illumination from nearby stars. Portions of the cloud appear dense, while others are more diffuse, creating layers of shadow that wrap gently around one another. This nebula feels grounding, like resting in the cool shade of a calm forest. Its shadows hold depth and stillness, giving the mind a place to settle. And now, from the distance, the Tarantula Nebula spreads across your view like a soft tangle of luminous threads. Though large and energetic, it holds a dreamlike quality when seen from afar. The glowing filaments resemble delicate strands woven into a vast tapestry. Bright knots mark clusters of young, hot stars, their light scattering through the surrounding gas. Yet from this gentle distance, even the brightest regions soften into a radiant calm. As we drift deeper into these expansive forms, you may notice how each nebula carries its own mood, some warm and blooming, others cool and shadowed, all woven into the same cosmic hush. Their shapes stretch across thousands of light years, yet they unfold with the slow patience of drifting clouds. Their colors bloom gently, their edges soften, their light diffuses like mist settling over quiet waters. Let yourself rest here among them, letting the soft glow move through your thoughts like a calming tide. The universe is vast, but in this moment, everything feels close, gentle, and slow. Nebulae cradle the night around you, wrapping you in their quiet beauty. Each breath settles deeper, each moment grows softer. The glow around you dims slightly now, shifting into deeper hues that invite rest. The nebulae remain, drifting at the pace of eternity, offering endless rooms of color and shadow for your mind to wander. Ahead lies more quiet beauty, more clouds carved by light, more shapes shaped by time. Rest a moment longer in this soft, cosmic dusk. The cosmic night deepens as you drift onward, wrapped in the soft glow of 1,000 distant clouds. Everything feels slower here, as though the universe itself has lowered its voice to a gentle whisper. The nebulae around you stretch in quiet arcs, their colors muted into calming shades of violet, rose, and deep indigo. Each shape drifts at the pace of eternity, carrying with it the calm of unhurried time. The longer you linger here, the softer your thoughts become, loosening like dust settling in warm starlight. Ahead, the butterfly nebula opens like delicate wings, its twin lobes glowing in mirrored patterns. Each wing is a soft, expanding shell of gas illuminated by a hidden star nearing the final stages of its life. Though its shape appears intricate, sweeping curves, fine filaments, gentle layers, it radiates a sense of release. The nebula was formed from material gently let go, breathed out into space in long, slow pulses. Its wings open wider with every passing century, drifting into the quiet dark with patient grace. Being near it feels like inhaling stillness itself, like watching calm unfold in luminous form. Farther along, the cat's eye nebula swirls with intricate shells and overlapping bubbles, each one glowing with soft green and blue tones. Its shape formed from pulses of gas released rhythmically by a dying star. Though the structure appears complex when studied closely, from this peaceful distance, it settles into a harmonious pattern, concentric rings like the ripples formed when a single drop touches still water. These ripples expand at a dreamlike pace, curling around the central star in layers of gentle radiance. Watching them feels like observing time breathe, expanding outward in widening halos. The Eskimo Nebula rests nearby, a warm sphere of gas surrounded by a fuzzy halo of glowing filaments. The inner shell glows brightly, like a warm lantern embraced by a soft fur of starlit dust. Its central star shines with steady calm, illuminating the gas it shed in past ages. The filaments surrounding it drift like gentle snow caught in quiet air, forming a pattern of soft, luminous threads. Floating in its presence feels like standing near a small hearth in a vast, cold night, a tiny point of comfort in endless dark. As you continue drifting, the Medusa Nebula appears, its long tendrils glowing faintly in soft greens. Though named for a figure of myth, the nebula carries no sharpness or fear, only peaceful trailing filaments illuminated by the remnants of a dying star. These filaments hang in space like strands of glowing seaweed drifting in still water. Their motion is too slow to see, but the curves they form hold the memory of countless gentle shifts. The nebula feels ancient, quiet, and soft, like a dream left lingering long after waking. Beyond it, the Saturn Nebula glows with a gentle, ring-like structure reminiscent of the famous planet's silhouette. The nebula's central region shines with a warm, focused glow, surrounded by delicate arcs of gas extending outward. These arcs illuminate softly along their edges, shimmering in pale green and faint turquoise. The shapes are curved but smooth, drifting outward like the petals of a slowly blooming flower. Observing it brings a sense of quiet wonder, like watching something familiar become new again through the haze of soft cosmic light. The red rectangle nebula emerges next, glowing in warm hues of amber and gold. Its shape forms a soft, diamond-like figure with gentle gradients flowing through its interior. The nebula glows because its dust reflects the light of a hidden star pair at its center, producing a warm radiance that looks almost like candlelight spread across space. Its layered structure shines in stepped bands, like terraces carved from dusk. Though geometric in appearance, its edges blur softly into the surrounding dark, giving it a dreamlike stillness. As you drift deeper, the flaming star nebula stretches across your path with warm waves of red and gold, illuminated by a lone bright star wandering through the region. The gas glows softly where the star's light touches it, creating a quiet interplay of shadow and illumination. Blue reflections appear along the edges, mixing with warm hydrogen glow in a soothing blend of color. The entire scene feels like floating near a slow-burning ember suspended in the night, its warmth spreading into the surrounding clouds. Nearby, the Cygnus wall rises like a vast cliff sculpted from glowing dust. The tall, curving ridge shines with warm light, its edges illuminated by the energy of nearby stars. Dark, dense regions fall behind the ridge, creating a play of depth and shadow that feels like standing at the edge of a quiet canyon. Though large and dynamic in astronomical terms, its motion is imperceptibly slow, its surfaces shifting over thousands of years, smoothing and reshaping like sand dunes under a gentle cosmic wind. The entire region carries the hush of a landscape resting beneath a tranquil sky. Further ahead, the Wizard Nebula reveals shapes that resemble a robed figure carved into the drifting gas. But like all cosmic silhouettes, the resemblance is soft, blurred, dreamlike. The nebula glows with cool blues and warm purples, its brightest regions clustered near a group of young stars. These stars illuminate the surrounding dust, creating faint, wispy outlines that curl outward like the folds of a cloak. The nebula's delicate shapes seem to hover between form and abstraction, as though created by imagination itself. The bubble nebula appears again, now from a new angle that reveals inner structures not visible before. The thin shell glows softly, while the interior shimmers with diffuse light from the central star. Tiny filaments trace the edges, their delicate lines shaped by the interaction of stellar winds with denser pockets of gas. The bubble continues its timeless expansion, drifting outward into deeper space at a pace that feels like a slow exhale. Watching it brings a sense of quiet release, like letting go of something heavy and feeling the mind become lighter. As you drift onward, the SH2-308 nebula emerges, a vast, faintly glowing bubble created by a massive star shedding its outer layers. The gas forms a thin, delicate sphere that stretches across dozens of light years, glowing softly in pale blue. The interior of the bubble feels airy, spacious, calm. Stars twinkle faintly through its thin walls, their light diffused into gentle halos. Drifting into this region feels like entering a vast, quiet chamber carved from pure starlight. Beyond it lies a different type of nebula, the pencil-thin streak of light known as the Pencil Nebula, a fragment of a supernova remnant. Its sharp appearance softens at cosmic distances, its edges blurring into a faint ribbon of light that stretches gently across space. The colors shift from warm reds to cool blues along its length, forming a peaceful gradient. Though small compared to other nebulae, it carries a tranquil charm, like a brushstroke of calm across the canvas of the night. The Hand of God Nebula spreads faintly in the distance, shaped by the gentle glow of X-ray emissions interacting with soft, drifting clouds. Its silhouette looks like an outstretched hand, though the shape is subtle, softened by light diffusing through the gas. The nebula feels protective rather than imposing, a calm gesture resting in the cosmic dark. Filaments extend outward like quiet fingers, their faint glow shifting slowly as surrounding clouds drift with patient motion. As you move farther, the Thor's Helmet Nebula reappears from a wider vantage point. Its sweeping curves and extended wings reveal more depth, more layers of soft, luminous structure. The nebula's arcs glow in cool blue tones, their edges highlighted by gentle scattering. The central bubble expands with steady calm, shaped by stellar winds flowing outward in a serene, continuous breath. Floating through its light feels like drifting beneath the arches of a vast, starlit cathedral. The longer you remain in this region of drifting clouds, the more you feel the universe's quiet rhythm settle into your own breath. Nebulae bloom in slow motion, their colors deepening and fading like embers glowing beneath cool ash. Shadowy regions create gentle contrast, giving the light a place to rest. Everywhere you turn, the night feels boundless yet comforting, open yet intimate, filled with distant shapes that ask nothing of you except to drift, to breathe, to be. Ahead, the Seagull Nebula stretches with wide wings of soft red and pink glow. Its form resembles a bird gliding over a tranquil sea, though the resemblance is gentle, blurred at the edges. The wings arc gracefully across the sky, illuminated by clusters of stars nestled along the structure. The entire nebula feels like motion captured in stillness, a peaceful glide frozen in luminous calm. Within its wings, clouds of gas cradle new stars forming in warm pockets. The Christmas tree cluster and its surrounding nebula appear next, glowing softly in shades of turquoise and pale blue. Dust lanes shape the outline of a tree-like silhouette, while faint stars twinkle like gentle ornaments. The scene feels festive yet quiet, holding a warmth that echoes the calm glow of winter evenings. Light scatters gently through the region, creating small halos around each star. The entire nebula radiates gentle comfort. Deeper still, the Monoceros Loop reveals a vast, faint arch stretching across the night. It is a remnant of an ancient supernova, its glowing filaments forming delicate strands that fade gently into space. Though enormous, the nebula's surface brightness is low, giving it a soft, ghostly appearance. The filaments drift like thin gauze curtains caught in a quiet draft, their slow motion sculpting shapes that soothe the wandering mind. As you move farther into this quiet expanse, the Rosette Nebula returns into view, its soft petals glowing from within. This time, you approach from a different angle, revealing pockets of dense dust and warm, illuminated chambers hidden within the cloud. Young stars sparkle at the center, their light filling the nebula's interior with gentle radiance. The cloud's edges curve like the petals of a cosmic bloom, drifting through space with the ease of a flower carried on slow wind. Everything here feels warm, tender, gently unfolding. Ahead, the dark Horsehead Nebula rises again, silhouetted against a soft red glow. Viewed from this angle, its edges appear even smoother, more like a gentle crest of dust than a sharp shape. The red glow behind it fades into soft gradients, offering a calm backdrop to the silhouette. Nearby stars illuminate thin filaments along its edges, giving it a subtle outline. The nebula feels like a dream cast in shadow, serene and unmoving. Every nebula in this drifting landscape carries its own quiet presence, its own subtle rhythm. Together, they form a tapestry of light and shadow that invites rest. You drift through them as though moving through an endless gallery of soft, glowing artwork, pieces shaped not by hands, but by time, gravity, starlight, and the tender unfolding of cosmic breath. Let your thoughts soften further. Let your breath fall into gentle harmony with the drifting clouds. The universe holds this space for you, unhurried, calming, endless. The cosmic night stretches gently onward as you drift into the deeper folds of these drifting clouds. Here, in this quiet, velvety expanse, the nebulae feel softer still, their colors dimming into hues that soothe the senses. Shades of lavender, cobalt, rose, and dusky gold blend into each other like quiet oceans meeting at dawn. Each breath you take seems to echo the unhurried rhythm of this space, as if your lungs and the universe share the same slow tide. Ahead, the Elephant's Trunk Nebula rises like a tall pillar of dusk, its curves shaped by the gentle pressure of stellar winds. The long column glows faintly at its edges, illuminated by surrounding starlight. Its core remains a dark silhouette, holding pockets where new stars are slowly forming. The trunk-like shape seems to reach upward, moving so slowly that its motion feels like the whisper of a dream. Inside the dense dust, the seeds of future suns rest like warm embers, waiting for their moment to shine. The Pac-Man Nebula returns, now seen from a distant angle that reveals faint outer shells. Its warm glow blends into the background, becoming a soft reef of starlit color in the night. Dark dust lanes curve through the nebula's face, creating gentle patterns that resemble a quiet landscape painted by wind and time. Its star clusters flicker like distant lanterns, illuminating the surrounding gas with soft, golden light. This region feels like an alcove of comfort in the vast dark, a sanctuary of quiet radiance. Farther ahead, the Omega Nebula appears, glowing with warm hues of red and soft amber. Its structure looks like flowing smoke rising through still air, illuminated by the warm presence of young stars. The gas forms gentle folds and rounded waves that resemble a serene meadow captured in light. The entire nebula radiates a tender warmth, soothing in its quiet expanse. Stars within it continue to form slowly, deep within its shadowed chambers. New sparks of light held gently within layers of soft cosmic dust. Nearby, the Swan Nebula reveals its graceful curve, shaped like a bird gliding peacefully across a starlit lake. Its bright core glows warmly, while extended wings of gas stretch outward like soft ripples spreading through calm water. The surrounding regions glow faintly with scattered starlight, creating an atmosphere of calm motion suspended in time. Drifting past, the Swan Nebula feels like floating beside a quiet creature resting in the tranquil dark. The Trifid Nebula returns, its three dark lanes dividing a gentle oasis of light. From this new vantage, the dark paths resemble soft cracks in a glowing stone, shaping the nebula into quiet geometry. Blue reflection regions shimmer nearby, scattering the light of young stars in cool tones. Red emission regions glow more warmly, forming a soothing contrast. The blending of these hues feels like the harmony of dusk and dawn meeting across a quiet horizon. The Lagoon Nebula stretches out next, its wide plains of glowing gas appearing like a serene valley of starlight. Faint currents ripple through the cloud, sculpted by gentle winds from young stars. The bright core glimmers softly, like a distant hearth burning steadily through the night. Around it, smaller knots of gas cradle young stars in their earliest moments, glowing faintly through thick folds of dust. The nebula carries the quiet warmth of a place where stories begin, told slowly, patiently, in the language of light. Deeper into the quiet, the Helix Nebula appears once more, its circular layers curling outward like the petals of an opening flower. The deeper hues now shine more clearly, pale blues near the inner ring, warm golds further out, and faint reds at the edges. Each layer drifts outward at a patient pace, expanding like a slow breath. The central white dwarf glows quietly, its light softening as it passes through the dusty gas. This nebula feels like the universe unfolding in gentle spirals, offering its calm without urgency. Near the edge of this region, the planetary nebula NGC 2392 sparkles like a small, bright jewel. Its inner region glows in soft blue, while its outer halo expands in faint, diffused layers, giving it a subtle depth. Its delicate structure reveals faint filaments curling outward like threads of silk. The nebula appears intricate, yet from this peaceful perspective, its complexity blurs into soothing harmonies of shape and color. It feels like a gemstone of starlight resting gently in the dark. The Boomerang Nebula drifts nearby, faint and cold, glowing softly in warm tones despite holding the coldest known temperatures in the universe. Its shape resembles a wide, gentle hourglass, its curves smooth and rounded. The nebula's cool light seems to soothe the senses, creating a sense of quiet stillness. Though formed by fast-moving stellar winds, the result is serene, layers of gas expanding outward in gentle, symmetric flows. In its presence, you may feel time slow even further, stretching into soft quiet. The Veil Nebula returns with its delicate filaments spreading wide, illuminated like faint strands of silk drifting in slow dance. From this new angle, the filaments seem finer still, glowing in soft emerald and sapphire tones. Each curved strand carries the memory of the ancient explosion that formed it, softened now into tranquil beauty. Its presence feels like drifting through the lingering trails of a great sigh, all sharpness gone, only calm remaining. Farther out, the California Nebula stretches gently across your view yet again, its broad, warm glow blending seamlessly with the surrounding dark. From here, the nebula appears even more peaceful, its structure softening into a continuous wash of warm red. The starlight that illuminates it scatters in subtle gradients, creating a gentle interplay of light and shadow. It feels like drifting alongside a quiet coastline bathed in moonlit calm. The Heart and Soul Nebulae drift into view once more, glowing like twin lanterns in the deep dark. The Heart Nebula's broad curves form a warm cradle of light, while the Soul Nebula beside it expands in smooth, rounded shapes. Together, they emit a soft radiance that feels like warmth shared between close companions. The quiet space between them feels like a gentle breath, an interval of peace held in luminous balance. Dark nebulae appear again as silhouettes stretching across the sky, forming shapes that rest gently against glowing backgrounds. The Pipe Nebula, with its long, dark curves, looks like a quiet path carved from shadow. Its presence offers rest, anchoring the mind in stillness. The Coalsack Nebula lies nearby, a broad shadow against the dense star field of the Milky Way. Despite its darkness, it feels comforting, a peaceful void, a quiet pause in the luminous night. As you drift deeper into this shadowed region, the stars become more numerous, and the diffuse glow of distant nebulae forms a soft haze beneath them. You may feel a sense of quiet fullness here, as though the night itself were wrapping you in its gentle presence. Light and shadow weave together, forming a tapestry of calm. Beyond the shadows, the Orion Nebula reappears, the great nursery of the night sky, glowing with soft hues of violet and rose. From here, you see new folds, new chambers, new pockets of warm starlight hidden deep within. The Trapezium cluster shines at its heart, its young stars illuminating the cloud in steady, peaceful glow. Their light drifts outward, scattering through soft dust, forming long, calming gradients. The entire region radiates a sense of warm creation, a gentle reminder that the universe is always unfolding, always breathing, always cradling new beginnings in quiet arms. The Horsehead Nebula lingers near Orion's belt, its silhouette softened by distance. The glowing hydrogen behind it spreads out in warm shades, creating a calm backdrop for its iconic curve. The nebula's dark form feels peaceful rather than stark, a soft crest of dust resting against the glow of young stars. Its quiet presence brings the mind into deeper stillness. As you move away from Orion, the great arc of Barnard's Loop appears, an immense ring of glowing gas that stretches across a vast region of the sky. Though faint, its sheer size gives it a sweeping grace. The arc glows gently in soft red, curving like a slow, celestial tide. Drifting through this region feels like floating along the edge of a quiet shoreline, where warm waves meet the cool night in peaceful rhythm. Now the nebulae begin to thin, revealing broader stretches of deep, star-soaked sky. The colors fade into softer tones, and the clouds grow more distant. Their shapes melt gently into the background, becoming whispers of light rather than glowing forms. The silence deepens, settling into your thoughts like a warm blanket. You drift through this quiet void, where faint nebulae shimmer like distant memories. Their colors become pale pastels, soft blues, gentle pinks, warm ambers fading toward dusk. The stars around you sparkle with calm steadiness, forming a soft canopy across the cosmic night. The absence of bright clouds brings a new kind of rest, a deep, open quiet that invites your mind to soften entirely. The nebulae you have seen now form a gentle constellation of memory inside you, warm cradles of light, soft petals of hydrogen glow, quiet pillars shaped by starlight and time, dark silhouettes resting against luminous tides. Each one carries a whisper of calm, a reminder that even in the vastness, the universe unfolds with endless patience. As you drift onward, the glow of distant nebulae fades into the soft hush of the Milky Way. Stars gather in dense clusters, shimmering like quiet embers scattered across a velvet field. The darkness between them feels gentle, not empty, a space for resting thoughts to settle, for breath to deepen, for calm to bloom. Nebulae are the universe's most tender gestures, places where light is born, where stars release their last breaths, where dust gathers, where color unfolds, where time slows. They are the cosmos dreaming in soft motion, drifting through infinite night. Let yourself breathe gently here. Let the vast, quiet wrap around you. Let your thoughts sink like dust into warm, glowing silence. The journey draws near its end, and in this peaceful place, you rest in the calm of drifting starlight. Your mind becomes lighter, your breath becomes softer, and the universe around you glows with patient warmth. When you are ready, let the night carry you into deeper rest, deeper quiet, deeper peace. Here where nebulae bloom and fade, in the soft hush of eternity, your journey finds its stillness. And now, as the cosmic glow settles gently around you, if this slow journey brought a touch of serenity to your night, you're welcome to like, subscribe, and share. A soft thought can guide another wandering soul toward this quiet light.